Well, that's the situation in the States. The charges have stunned France, where for many months, really, opinion polls have suggested that Dominique Strauss Kahn is the only potential opposition candidate who might unseat Nicolas Sarkozy in presidential elections, which are due next year. Let's discuss what it all means in France and for France. Nabila Ramdani is with me, a French journalist. Good morning to you. First of all, in terms of just the immediate reaction inside France, Nabila, it seems contradictory from where we stand. Plenty of people stunned, plenty of people saying this was always going to happen one day. Just give us an overall sense of what this means about him and the man.
Well, there's a wall-to-wall coverage about the allegations in France. He's, of course, well-respected politician. He's very much a heavyweight politician. He was by far the most popular candidate to represent the Socialist Party in France at the forthcoming presidential elections. So this came a bit of as a shock to some people who are sceptical about the allegations that have been made against him. Mainly his friend, I have to say his friends, his family, and also his political allies, and including also his wife, a former journalist who claims who doesn't believe for a second the allegations that have been made against her husband. But on the other hand, other people firmly believe that these allegations sound highly plausible given the character and the past conduct of Dominique Strauss Kahn.
In terms of French politics, I mean, even here we've read about him for months and months and months as if he is almost the only person who could unseat Sarkozy next year. So what does it mean for his faction within French politics? Is there a sense that they're already scrabbling around trying to think who might take that place, even if, let's say, for example, he goes through a trial and he's found not guilty? I mean, is it absolutely all those ambitions dead in the water?
Well, as far as he's concerned, for a start, I think his political ambitions were ended last night when he was pictured coming out of a police station with handcuffs, flanked by 2 police officers. There's no possibility that he can recover from such coverage, really, even if this all turns out to be some horrible mistake, something which, let's be honest, seems pretty unlikely. It will be the end of his political career. But this will tarnish the whole image of the Socialist Party, and they will be struggling considerably to find not only another charismatic figure to come and step in, but also, of course, these allegations will be used against the Socialist Party as a whole throughout the presidential campaign.
Yes, it changes the tenor of it, doesn't it? And in terms of his role at the IMF, in professional terms, he's talked about very highly. He's talked about a very safe, strong pair of hands, someone who'd done good work at the top of the IMF. So is he going to be missed there?
Very much so. He has a brilliant mind for economics. That's very, very much the case. He was highly regarded as an economist. He was a professor at Sciences Po, which is a very prestigious school which trains the ruling elite in France. He was a formidable finance minister. He, for example, managed to cut the deficit in France, which qualified France for the euro, and he also was the architect of France's economic recovery in the late 1990s. So, and he has a great financial acumen, and he understands the global economy. And of course his job at the IMF was also highly praised, and he's definitely going to be missed.
A fascinating period ahead. I'm sure we'll speak again. Thank you very much for now. Nabila Ramdani, as ever, thank you. See you again.